Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones, empaths. Your supply was dwindling. Your supply was starting to fade. It's a natural process that happens if you're around a narcissist that was involved in your life for extended periods of time. You deplete, your energy drains. And the narcissist involved in your life will take this as an insult, right? They'll think in their heads, you're not being the same way that you used to be. They'll get very insulted by your supply starting to dwindle. So the narcissist comes up with a master plan, and their master plan is to push you away in hopes to win you back over, right? So the narcissist will turn cold. The narcissist will discard you. But what they're actually doing is they're doing it to get a fuel injection worth of supply. They're hoping that by pushing you away, you then cling to something you can't have and you begin pursuing them, right? And this is how a lot of the dynamics work out in this way. The narcissist will discard the chosen target. The chosen target will start pursuing them, chasing after them. And the narcissist that was involved in your life will continue to be adamant that they don't want you in it, right? And this is when it comes into like stage 2. What the narcissist decides to do, rather than letting you back in their life, is they actually convert you to an external source of energy supply. So they convert your energy source. They demote you from the primary target and they demote you to an external factor, right? So they're still checking in on you. They're still spying on you. But they're witnessing you crumbling. They're witnessing your world falling apart. They're witnessing you in pain, right? If you were strong enough to once they discarded you, you just said, okay, fair enough, get on with it. Then my hat goes off to you. But a lot of chosen ones and empaths fall into the dynamic of pursuing something they can't have, right? And it's just the law of nature. Like, you start to pursue what you can't have. When you're met with resistance, you feel like you should pursue in that area. But pursuing a narcissist once they've discarded you only makes situations worse. You see, so now they convert you into this external source of supply, right? Someone that's on the shelf, someone that's on the hook, someone who they're still peering in at their life, checking in on them hurt and distraught, right? They're witnessing you in this way. And this is the real reason for the discard. The real reason comes down from the discard is because your supply was starting to fade, right? And they felt like they can get something better elsewhere, right? As hard as that is to hear, this is what the narcissist believed in their minds. But it's also them pushing you away to win you back over, because they get you back into the mindset of all you do is desire them. All you want to do is be in a romantic relationship with them, or a friendship, or a family member, or a colleague, or associate. All you want is it to go back to normal. So they actually win in that regard because they get you pursuing them, right? But you see, the narcissist makes some mistakes and they let this run its course for too long, right? In the heart of the narcissist still desires the chosen one and the empath. They will go and give their attention to other people while you're on the shelf, while you're on the hook, thinking that they can walk back into your life at any time. But the narcissist lets this run overdue, right? Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It will take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. The narcissist lets this run overdue. They let it run overdue. And what I mean by they let it run overdue is they let time run its course too much with you on the periphery, with you on the external. Because the chosen one and the empath begins to heal. The chosen one and the empath starts to look within. So the chosen one and the empath stops feeling like a reject. The chosen one and the empath starts to see and work out that they were with a narcissist, they start to look at books or they read online, and they work out the fact. This is for those of you that woke up to narcissistic abuse after the relationship ended. So you wake up after the relationship ended, then you start putting the pieces together, and you realize this was a narcissist. This was a real malicious attempt at trying to garner supply from you. And this is why they you know, the old saying, treat them mean, keep them keen. This is what they thought in their heads. Narcissists watch toxic things online that will tell you to push your partner away in hopes of bringing them back and winning their heart stronger. These sorts of toxic ideas that are prevalent in today's culture about treating them mean, keep them keen. These sorts of things. This is what the narcissist is into, and they may have learnt this offline. It may be a natural inclination to them, but this is what it was about. They were pushing you away to get a fuel injection in your system of someone who's going to start pursuing them, of someone who's only going to see them in their lives. You see, when the chosen one, the empath, is first discarded, they're distraught. They could be in a room full of people, and all they do is see the former narcissist that was involved in their life. That's all they see, right? Whether it was a friend, family member, colleague, romantic partner, associate, that's all they see is the narcissist. But let the chosen one heal. This is why the healing journey is crucial. Once the empath awakens to their empath, once they awaken to their narcissistic abuse, they begin to go on the healing journey, and they don't want that narcissist back in their lives. And it's at this time the tables flip, right? And it's at this time you'll experience hoovers. You could have been years apart now, right? You could have been years apart from this narcissist involved in your life, and then they begin hoovering you. And you're thinking to yourself, I tried to sort it out. I tried to rectify the situation all the way back then. And you realize what they're about, right? They realize you're healing and you're moving on. They realize you're getting better in your life. They've been keeping witness to you. They've been watching you from afar, from a distance. If you're not on social media, then they'll try and find out from people. If you're not on social media or there's no affiliation with people, then it will just be their imagination running wild about what you're getting up to. And eventually they'll hit a point in time where they think Hoover is the right move, right? And this is when you get to have the final discard. When the narcissist hoovers you back. Some of you, I read in the comment section, you say, oh, you've been out of the relationship for 4 months now. You've been out of the relationship for 6 months now, etc. And they haven't hoovered yet. Just give it time. They will hoover, right? But you need to, the universe and God's not going to allow them to hoover if you're not in your right mind state. You see? The universe and God is on your side, right? So when you're in the right mind state to actually reject a hoover and not give it no thought or attention and just actually put them on blast, that's the time when the hoover's going to come, because you'll be healed enough and prepared enough for it to deal with it, right? So just understand the real reason that this discard happened. Firstly, was because your supply started to dwindle and you wasn't acting in the same accordance at how the narcissist wanted you to behave. But secondly, they felt like pushing you away will draw you in stronger. And it worked momentarily. It probably did work. To most of you, it probably did work. It drew you back in, right? And that's the reason why the narcissist does it. But understand fundamentally that the discard is a load of bullshit. It's not real. It's a load of bullshit, right? They're pushing you away just to make you come back stronger. They're not serious. They don't want to lose the chosen one. They don't want to lose the empath. And that's why they try and come and pick you up a year later or 2 years later. Or have you even heard of times, decades later, people are getting hoovers, right? And they try and become affiliated with you again at a future date. And you're already so healed. You've already moved on with your life. You've already received so many blessings in your life. And you're so past this parasite that you don't want nothing to do with them. And that's where they shoot themselves in the foot, right? Because they had the chosen one, they had the empath, and while they're out there gallivanting around the world, they can't actually find a replacement, right? Your ideal replacement. They can't even find the replacement that's going to match your worth anyway. So give it some time. They will hoover, but just understand that the real reason behind this discard is a fuel injection. It was to get you chasing after them, right? They wanted you to chase after them. They wanted to feel important. They wanted to feel the center of attention. So they read something toxic online or in a magazine, or they learned it from one of their friends. Push someone away and it will make them come back stronger. And this is what they done. This is what they done to you, right? But this pushing away, making someone come back stronger thing doesn't last, right? Push an empath away, yeah, they might come back stronger for a little bit of time, but eventually the chosen one and the empath is going to wake up to the narcissistic abuse. They're going to wake up to their chosen one. They're going to wake up to their empath. They're going to go on a beautiful journey of self-discovery and healing and introspection. And then they reach the point that they don't want this parasite back in their lives. And at the time when you don't want the parasite back in your life, this narcissist that was involved in your life, at the time when you reach that point, this is when you'll receive a hoover from the narcissist that was involved in your life. Exactly at the time when you really don't want them back, you want nothing to do with them. I guarantee it happens at that moment in time, right? It's just the way of the universe. It's just the law of the dynamics. It's just the way that it rolls, right? The time when you don't want them back, time when you ascend to the point and you've healed so much, they're going to crop up in your life. So make sure to keep them blocked. Make sure you keep them out of your life until then, and work on yourself, and make sure you prepare yourself for rejecting that hoover. Make sure you reject it. Never let them back in. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find the link in the description box. And if you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find the link in the description box. Currently, I've got the secondary channel, the spiritual channel. Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.